Hello everyone, this is my personal information. I am Mausa Sajid. My student ID is 2010337101. I am studying Department of Banking and Insurance, Rajshahi University. Today I'm going to discuss about the topic Bangladesh real-time gross settlement system rules. The rules define organizational aspects of Bangladesh Bank RTGS and outline the duties and obligations of all parties, including Bangladesh Bank, acting as both system operator and participant. The rules are applicable to all participants authorized by Bangladesh Bank who have signed agreement with Bangladesh Bank. The rule encompasses all mentioned conditions, supplement materials such as functional specification, circular, and instructions issued by Bangladesh Bank. Any of the materials mentioned may be amended periodically. In case of conflict between the rules and any annex, the term of the annex prevail regarding the relevant service. All time preference in the rule are based on Bangladesh Standard Time. So next is the overall overview of Bangladesh RTGS. Actually, Bangladesh RTGS is a real-time intra-bank electronic fund transfer system for local and foreign currency transactions. It enables participating bank to transfer funds instantly and individually without netting. The participants in the Bangladesh RTGS systems are as follows. There are 5 participants. First of all is originator. Initiate RTGS intend to make payments, usually a company, bank, government agency, or individuals. Bangladesh Bank or other payment system operators can also act as an originator. Originating bank, the second one, receives payment instructions from the originator and forward them to the RTGS system. The third one is RTGS system, Central Processing and Settlement Facility, operated by Bangladesh Bank, receives instructions from the originating banks, performs settlement and distribute instructions to receiving bank. The fourth is receiving bank, receives RTGS payment instructions from the Bangladesh RTGS system and post them to the appropriate account. The last one is receiver, person or organization receiving RTGS payments to their account maintained with the receiving bank. So this is all about the introduction of Bangladesh RTGS. Uh, the other part or other topics about the Bangladesh RTGS systems gonna discussed by my teammates. So this is all from me, and thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Arafathun Nasa. My group number is 1 and my student ID is 102. Today my presentation topic is BD-Rtgs and its membership. What is RTGS? Real time gross settlement. It is a real time electronic fund transfer mechanism for domestic transactions. Through RTGS, customers are able to make real time interbank fund transfer. Any RTGS transactions originated and submitted by the customer is considered as final and cannot be altered. Moving to the next slide. Membership. BD-Rtgs membership is mandatory for all scheduled banks in Bangladesh. Currently, there are 4 types of members recognized in BD-Rtgs, and these are direct member, indirect member, special member, and monitoring member. The direct participants are scheduled banks in Bangladesh and BB itself. Indirect members are the few small scheduled banks, and currently the special members are Bangladesh Electronic Fund Transfer Networking, Bangladesh Automated Check Processing System, the National Payment Switch Bangladesh. And the monitoring members are the Controller General of Accounts and the National Board of Revenue Authority. This is all about me. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Md.Mustafizur Rahman. Last 3 digit of my student ID is 103. Today I will discuss about message category in RTGS. RTGS accept message from participant in two categories. First, transfer, for example, payment instruction, and second, queries, which are divided into two categories: transactional request and informal request. Transactional request, which change the status of a transfer, and informal request, which do not affect transfer rather than a request to provide information. Then transactional reference number. Each RTGS payment instruction must have a 6-digit transactional reference number inserted by the originating bank to each RTGS payment instruction. This number consists of a 3-digit bank code, 6-digit value date, and 7-digit transactional serial number for that particular OB. Next, outgoing messages. Both payment request and query result in outgoing message. These messages include notification about related event in the system. And message format. All messages must conform to MX formatting as defined in the technical documentation. And BD-Rtgs accept the following message type. Payment information for receiver. Important payment information like name of the originator and description of payment in case of date payment. Additional information like voice payment reference number needed to be supplied to the receiver by the receiving bank. That means monthly installment or by any other means of convenient. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Md.Al-Amin Sheikh. My bearing student ID is 201093710. I am a student of Department of Banking and Insurance at University of Rajshahi. Today, I will talk about the payment processing procedures of BD-Rtgs. Do you know what does the mean of RTGS? RTGS is an electronic interbank transactions settlement where transfers of funds or securities take place from one bank to another on real-time or gross basis. Now we will know about the payment processing procedures of BD-Rtgs. First, suitable payments. In suitable payments, DNS files created by clearing houses and payment systems operators. Transactions in securities transfers mainly carried out by the market infrastructure. Then acceptable currencies. The acceptable currencies are Bangladesh Taka, Euro, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, British pound, and United States dollars. Then value limits. The minimum amount for RTGS payment in BDT is 100,000, but there is no limit for foreign currency payment. Then value dates. BDT RTGS will work in store and forward mechanism, which made it possible to process both same day as well as future dated transactions up to next 7 business days. Then submission and validation. Payment instructions sent by participants shall immediately be validated by BD-Rtgs system. Then payment priorities. BD-Rtgs allows participants to assign priorities to the payments. Priority code vary from 1 to 99. Then finally, gridlock resolution. Gridlock occurs when two or more payments are blocked due to shortage of funds. Thank you so much. This is from my side. I will request my next team member Tanjeem Hasan Prangan to present his presentation topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Al-Amin. I am Tanjeem Hassan Prangan, and now we are going to discuss about the management payment system of BD-Rtgs system. Before going into the main topic, we have to know the payment flows, how to monitor the payment flows. So each participation shall be responsible for monitoring throughout the day of settlement, and Bangladesh Bank shall not be liable for any loss incurred. And now the posting and execution of payments. The OB, which means the originating bank, shall send payments instruction to BD-Rtgs system on behalf of their customers within at most 30 minutes from the receipt of the corresponding request and dating his account, which means when your bank is sending the request to transact a payment, the our BD-Rtgs system will take at least 30 minutes to process the transaction process of BD-Rtgs system. And then the repayment system. The Bangladesh Bank itself play a two-factor role to pay the return the payment. The first one is on request of the OB, which means the originating bank, and the second one is the initiative of RB, which means the receiving bank. Here we have to know some returns codes which represent the payment return system. The first one is XR01, which means the accounts closed. The XR03, which means the invalid account number. The XR05, which means the representative payee deceased or unable to continue in that capacity. And this is the responsibility of the participant, which means the scheduled commercial banks under the regulation of Bangladesh Bank. So the first responsibility of the participant is the compliance of payment messages with agreed upon technical protocols and formats. And the second responsibility is the completeness and authenticity of the information they send on their own behalf and on behalf of their customers. And the last responsibility is securing the access of their BD-Rtgs monitoring and controlling workplace. Here comes the responsibility of Bangladesh Bank. Here Bangladesh Bank is playing another two-factor role, which means the firstly as a system operator and the second one is technical operator. As system operator, the Bangladesh Bank is playing role as system operator, which is responsible for checking the payment instruction, is responsible for keeping a record of all payment instruction, and lastly will take all necessary reasonable measures to protect its computer system. And as technical operator, the Bangladesh Bank is liable for the correct operating system and securing the means of adequate devices and procedure of the system. So thank you very much. Now we are going to the next person to discuss more about BD-Rtgs system.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Tamanna Firdosh. I am from group 1. The last 3 digit of my student ID is 106. Today's my topic is liquidity and treasury management. So let's see on the screen. Settlement and reserve accounts. Each participating bank has one settlement account per currency in BD-Rtgs system. These settlement accounts would start with a zero balance at the beginning of each business day and ends with a zero balance at the end of each business day. Each bank would provide Bangladesh Bank with a standing instruction to deduct a prefixed sum for its reserve account held in the CBS and transfer the same to its settlement account. These instructions, however, may be changed from time to time. The reserve account of Bangladesh Bank will be updated with the settlement account balance at the end of the day. Now, intraday liquidity facilities. Bangladesh Bank makes liquidity available in BDT only to participants on an intraday basis in accordance with the guidance of intraday liquidity facilities and the guidance of intraday liquidity facilities for Islamic Sharia-based banks. Each participant will have a BDT ILF account which is debited whenever the participant needs to make use of the ILF up to a limit set by the Bangladesh Bank for each participant. The ILF is available strictly intraday only and any ILF advances must be reversed before the end of the RTGS operating hours as per the daily timetable. If a participant fails to do so, the ILF will be converted to an overnight repo with Bangladesh Bank at a higher interest rate along with other non-financial penalties like suspensions of operation. As stated above, the ILF is available in BDT only. Payment instructions in other currencies will be settled only if there is a sufficient fund in the participant settlement account. Otherwise, the payment instruction will be when until sufficient funds are available or cancelled if they are still paid at end of the day. That's for now. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Sadia Fin Shuma. The last three digit of my student ID is 107. Today I am presenting the topic Business Day and Operating Hours from Group 1. Let's start. Business Day. BD-Rtgs system will operate each day Sunday to Thursday except for public holidays according to the annual calendar maintained by BB. Any deviations from this planned schedule will be announced in advance in writing via letter or email. In exceptional circumstances, this announcement may be made during the business day and may have the effect of shortening or lengthening that particular business day. Next topic, daily operation timetable. A business day schedule is composed of a sequence of periods. During each period, there is a defined set of actions which may be carried out as defined in the following paragraphs. System start. The system is opened in offline mode for testing of connections. Account housekeeping. During this period, BB system administrators carry out any necessary service functions. Settlement account balances are set to 0 and then loaded from BB or CBS. Morning exchange period. During this period, participants including BB will exchange their payments. In addition, DNS files from clearinghouse may be received in settled. Afternoon exchange period, same as morning exchange period. Evening exchange period. During this period, participants may enter interbank transfers only. Exchange period for QIT participants. This period is optional. Only payments with a specific transaction type codes are allowed in this period. Payment cancellation. BB system administrators may launch gridlock resolution prior to cancellation of outstanding QIT payments. ILF reversals are carried out. Unsettled QIT payments are cancelled at the end of this period. Statement reports. Balance statement are sent to BB or CBS. In the settlement accounts are transferred to the reserve account. Reports on account balances and transaction reports for participants are generated automatically by the system. End of day reconciliation with participants. During this period, participants may make inquiries on the system about payments and account balances in order to reconcile this information with their accounting system if necessary. Inquiry. RTGS remains open for a period in read-only state during which participants can send only inquiries to the system. Archiving. RTGS moves the oldest business day data to archive for storage. System stop. Connections are interrupted and BD-Rtgs system is physically stopped. Last of all, operating hours. The RTGS operating hours are defined in Annex 3 to these rules and may be modified from time to time by BB in consultation with participants. Thank you everyone. That's all from my
Assalamualaikum. This is Janatul Ferdowsi. My bearing student ID is last three digit 108. Today I will be discussing about BD-Rtgs system rule. One of those rules are fees and charges. Okay, let's get started. Initially, Bangladesh Bank will not charge any fees to participating banks for BD-Rtgs operation. Bangladesh Bank, however, reserves the right to cease transaction fees and other charges which shall be notified to participant before coming into effect. Participating bank, on the other hand, may choose to charge fee which not be more than 100 per transaction only for the originator from the transaction. Some fees fixed by the central bank. Those fees are first, an annual membership fee, second, per transaction fees, third, penalties for infringement of rules or any penalties and or any interest charges relating to the RTGS operation as fixed by Bangladesh Bank. BT-Rtgs operation will still provide regular invoices giving details all of the charges penalties to the corresponding all of the participants being applied. Those fees and charges are applied to the participants. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Mahmud and my bearing ID number is 109. I will discuss about contingency and business continuity. General obligation. A contingency event is an event that disrupts normal processing of RTGS payment system. Here RTGS is a short form of real-time gross settlement, and this affects both BB and to the participants. Here BB is a short form of Bangladesh Bank. In case the events affect the central processing system, BB has the discretion to determine and warn participants that a contingency event occurred. BB may switch operation from DC to DR side during contingency events, potentially deleting or ignoring wait payments. Failure of communication links. Participant must inform BB of RTGS link failures. Switching to redundant connection is advised. If unable to send message, participants can request assistance from BB or use other participants' facilities. In that case, BB may amend the daily operation timetable to accommodate failures and notify all participants accordingly. Force measure. There should be no liability for non-compliance due to events beyond participants' control. For example, natural disaster. And participants must still carry out error handling procedures and technical measures to mitigate effects during force majeure events. Conservation and archiving. Participants must comply with Bangladesh laws on documents conservation. For this purpose, transaction and accounting data must be stored for 6 years. And the last one is audit trail. BD-Rtgs provides comprehensive audit trails available at BB's discretion. These audit trails functionality includes application levels, participant levels, user levels, and technical levels. Thank you, everyone.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Sultana Sanjida from Group 1. My student ID is 20125371110. Today I am going to discussing about establishment and maintenance of user of Bangladesh real-time gross settlement. Here we can see that some general rules of Bangladesh real-time gross settlement system. First of all, access to Bangladesh real-time gross settlement shall be permitted only to authorized and uniquely identified personnel. Secondly, Bangladesh Bank shall be entitled to rely on authorizations and user list as set forth on a user application form until received by Bangladesh Bank. In normal circumstances, it at least 2 business per day to the effective date. Thirdly, a user application form may be revised only a written request signed by an authorized person. So, the person must be authorized and the request must be written. And finally, each participant will inform Bangladesh Bank as soon as practicable. Then there has some request and maintenance rules for Bangladesh real-time gross settlement system. First of all, request to create a user. Each participant requesting the authorization of a user shall at least 2 business days prior to the effective date thereof complete and provide Bangladesh Bank in writing with a user application form dated and signed by 2 authorized persons. There must be 2 authorized persons. Next, user protocol as provided as part of the user application form in Annex 4 to these rules dated and signed by the relevant user. And finally, in the case of creation of an authorizing officer, a real-time gross settlement user profile request dated and signed by 2 other authorized persons. And here has some other request and maintaining other request and rules for Bangladesh real-time gross settlement, and these are request to modify a user, maintaining user profile, request to suspend or delete a use. These are all important request and maintaining user profile rules for Bangladesh real-time gross settlement system. That's all for today. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello everyone, this is Mahmud, student of Banking and Insurance Department, Rajshahi University. My student ID is 19104371158. Today I am going to discuss about dispute resolution. Dispute resolution is the process of settling disagreement between parties. Now I am going to discuss about these two procedures. First one is dispute resolution procedures, and the second one is conciliation and arbitration procedure. Now I am going to explain the first procedure. Dispute resolution procedure. In case of a dispute between participants, the respective rights and obligation in relation to payment instructions proceed through BD-Rtgs, and all other matters referred to in these rules shall be determined according to the laws of Bangladesh. In case of operational errors, question or difference whatsoever at any time, the participant concerned shall sit together in order to find an amicable settlement and take all necessary measures to that effect. If participants do not agree to find such an amicable settlement, his participant concerned shall request Bangladesh Bank in writing 10 calendar days at the latest after the occurrence of the error or dispute to start a conciliation procedure in order to find a solution concerning the error or the dispute is its consequence and damage. The participant concerned shall communicate to Bangladesh Bank all necessary information and documentation to this effect. And now I am going to explain the second procedure, conciliation and arbitration procedures. Participants agree to submit any dispute concerning the interpretation or implementation of this rule on which the parties have not been able to find an amicable settlement within 10 calendar days of the original transaction took place to an arbitration process as follows. Both the parties or any one party may choose to go for conciliation and arbitration under Bangladesh Bank's management. Payment System Department of Bangladesh Bank is responsible to make the conciliation or arbitration. The process in brief is as follows. First one, Bangladesh Bank will instruct the parties to submit documents related to the disputed transaction. And second one is Bangladesh Bank will fix a date and hear from the parties and will give its verdict. The aggrieved party, if any, with the verdict would be able to appeal to the executive director in charge of payment system department. Bangladesh Bank against the verdict within the 7 calendar day. Separate official may be assigned to deal with the case, and final verdict may be given by the general manager, payment system department. The final verdict would have an immediate effect, and if the convicted party failed to pay the penalty in time, Bangladesh Bank may choose to deduct its settlement account and replenish the affected party. That's all for my side. Thank you.